Hello, twin flames. Welcome to the new week. Welcome to the new reading. Welcome to the ancestor message. Yes, I'm back with the ancestor and angel deck, and we'll get some guidance from the ancestors on what's going on for the twin flame collective right now for each of the twins. And then we'll go with our usual reading, but with that intention in mind that today we're hearing from the ancestors who have decided to be here and support us. And thank you for being here and supporting us. Let's get right into the reading. By now I have officially finished publishing all of the horoscopes for June, so please check them out if you haven't done so yet. I know, it's like 10th of June, but it's just been intense. The week of coming back has been a lot more intense than I thought it would be. And of course, the energies have been also, apart from what was going on in my life, the transits, everything was pretty intense as well. The 6-6 portal, new moon in Gemini, and I can only imagine what the solstice will bring now. Anyways, the feminine has Lady card today. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. I will read it because I haven't gotten this card yet. Oh wow, opened right on the lady page. That's a good sign. Fertility, growth, and abundance are all imminent when the lady arrives in your life. All the seeds you have planted are coming to life, and there are plenty more rewards to come. In a material sense, this card can represent financial security and comfort. It shows that there will be more than enough to go around. If you're making business deals or setting intentions to create financial growth, this card indicates a considerable amount of monetary success. The lady can also usher in other forms of abundance, opportunities, marriage proposals, and even the birth of a child. She will help you respect nature and connect with its forces in order to have a genuinely supported journey through life. Beautiful. I love this so much. Wow. Talking about energies, right? All right, let's see what we have for divine masculines watching. And by the way, if you like the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps circulate these messages with more people. All right, the warrior. I mean, you saw me shuffling, right? You can't make this up. We got the warrior for the masculines. Pretty much on the nose, but we'll read it to be fearless and stand strong. Oh my God, yes. This is my current topic for the masculine energy in my life. If you're experiencing fear at this time, know that this means whatever is going on is important to you. Whenever you feel fear, you're on the verge of something big, perhaps a massive breakthrough that is going to really help you to move forward. If you have a situation on your hands where you have to face someone or something that's been unsettling you, know that you're being guided to call up your inner warrior. Don't falter and don't be frightened, because you have the energy to protect yourself now and at all times. Yes, easier said than done, I would say, right? Don't be frightened, just go for it. Of course. Okay, let's see. The King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So keeping emotions and feelings to ourselves today. Strength. There you go. The strength. I mean, yeah, it's actually the strength is present. That sentiment of strength is present both in the lady card and in the warrior card, if you think about it, right? Do you see how potent the lady card is? That it's like giving you like what, you know, giving you all this abundance and fruition and all kinds of rewards, gifts, and results, you know? That's so much strength. Solar plexus chakra I'm getting immediately. And for the warrior, yeah, don't even need to explain. Okay, for the feminines, we have the Ten of Wands, the oppression in this deck, clarified by the world. So it's the end of some kind of oppression, right? It's the end of not feeling great enough, strong enough, good enough, knowledgeable enough, right? Leaving all that behind, living behind the life where you felt like you were only good enough to serve others. And I don't mean this as a master teacher. I mean, like, yeah, I need to support people who are really like, that's all I'm good for. It sounds a little harsh, but that's kind of the meaning behind it. So this cycle is ending, and I would say you don't need to be doing this anymore, and Lady, of course, will bring their words. But also you kind of won't really be able to do it the same way anyway, right? It's like the circumstances change suddenly. It's like when you go to the next act of the play and the decorations are suddenly all different. And you're like, well, I can't really play out the scene in a tavern if the setting is the bedroom, I don't know, of a castle, right? It's like, it's just not gonna make any sense. That kind of idea. For the masculine, we have the Justice, clarified by the Magician, two major arcanas. This is 11, this is 1, almost 11, but also it comes to 12, and 12 is the end of a bigger cycle, right? So for the masculines, it's also the end of a cycle where they can see that in the Justice, there is a good part, like in general, karma, rebalancing, all that stuff. There's definitely a part that is needed from them to be played. It's not like that destiny just happens to you and you just like float through life dealing with it somehow. No, you're playing an active part in it. You have the lead role in this movie. That's your life, right? And masculines is seeing how they're supposed to step up and start creating and setting specific intentions and making decisions towards their desires, not towards what life throws at them, naming it like, oh yes, this is my, even if they kind of in the spiritual world or awakened and they're like, yes, this is divinely aligned. Not necessarily. If you're just sitting there, like whatever is divinely aligned is still aligning so that you take action. You're supposed to sign the contract that you're in it, and you're doing that by taking action. That's the whole point. Additional question, we have the Judgment, clarified by Henry. Look at all these major arcanas. I mean, I just started this video telling about the energies, and this is just nuts. But thank you, ancestors, for bringing these big messages to us today. So there is some sort of enlightenment that's happening for the twins as we speak, right? It's really big, it's profound, it's something around the whole how I've been living my life kind of idea. So let's see what it is for the feminines. Oof, the Five of Wands, clarified by the King of Swords. This is me versus we, and also the influence of other people on who we are and what our truth is, right? And then who we become, because the King of Swords is a mature personality, right? Mature persona. This is not somebody who's still learning. This is someone who's built their life, right? And this represents feminines who have built their life in a certain way, who have had certain beliefs, right? Who are still being pulled into different directions by different people, situations, obligations, right? And how much it really defines us, even if we don't want to admit it right away, right? Seeing this connection on a much deeper level than before. Wow. For the masculine, 4 of Wands and Queen of Swords. Look at that. King and Queen of Swords are not a couple, by the way, so that's not why I brought it up, but it is still a very similar energy, but it's reversed too, if you notice. So we just saw King of Swords for the feminine, and we see Queen of Swords for the masculine. That's pretty significant on its own, and it helps that the yin yang rebalancing, right? Because if we are mostly in the feminine energy, that's usually what we focus on in a relationship with the masculine, and the other way around, right? But we're still supposed to nurture both, and this energy help us with that. And for masculines, they see some kind of harsh reality, harsh truth about the connection with the feminine. It doesn't have to be, this is like a template, right? It doesn't have to be about their divine feminine. It doesn't have to be specific feminine watching this video, right? But feminine in general, connection with the feminine energy. What is it all about? Some kind of harsh truth that they've either dismissed or misinterpreted before. Certain behavior, certain something that's rough on the edges, something that's rigid coming from feminists that they've seen before in their reality, that pattern that was playing out for them. Maybe even starting with feminine figures in their childhood, like mothers, older sisters, aunts, right? There's been something that they've misinterpreted before in their behavior, in the way they've approached them and the relationship, right? Now it's all coming back in its places naturally, with all those downloads, with the major arcanas, with the circumstances and storylines that are being brought into the focus. That's how it happens, really. That's what that alignment is, that suddenly you read the right articles, you hear the right lines in a show, and it suddenly strikes you. How the feminine see in the connection at this time. The Emperor clarified by 8 of Wands. Yeah, so they see that the masculine is actually stepping up to take control and to communicate, to offer something, right? To be in that raw masculinity energy, right? So that puts feminine's nature into more of the receptive role. And that's what I'm getting, that they are preparing for, to receive the Emperor when they're ready. When the Emperor is ready. For how the masculine is in the connection, we have swiftness clarified by 7 of Swords. Swiftness is 8. Is it? It's 8 of Wands in this deck, yes. But let's take it as swiftness. And 7 of Swords in the After Tarot is like somebody getting caught in their own games, right? Like suffering from it when it ricochets quickly. Right? For the masculines, they see very much the loop, the karmic loop of things that they've said and done, and how then they play out. And the loop becomes much shorter now, in order for them to see the loop, right? And now they see, because this could be different situations, not even connected with the feminine directly, right? But because they see the loop, they see the cause and effect, they see the connection. That brings them back to this connection, where they're like, okay, and that's what happened between me and the feminine, right? I'm like, oh, and they made that mistake then. Wow, yes, okay, now I get it. So there's some new discovery here about certain mindset, certain pattern of behavior that was manipulative, that wasn't honest, that wasn't authentic. But at the time, masculines had no idea why would that be a problem. Like, they couldn't really see that difference. The devil was in the details, and they couldn't really see it. Of course, again, it goes back into the way they were brought up, that was acceptable, was okay, blah blah blah. Doesn't matter. Now they see it. That's important. That's the headline. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, my dear twin flames. Don't forget to check out your horoscopes for June at Mindful Bamboo channel. Until next time,